Nerd!
Whose fault was it?
Hers.
What was wrong?
Everything.
Do you leave your razor blades lying around?
What?
Blue eyes say, love me or I die. Brown eyes say, love me or I kill you.
Pink Eye says, I've failed to wash my hands and now I have an infection. Get your ass outside!
There they are.
Gotta use the bathroom! Bring me a beer!
Don't you think we make a charming couple?
That's it. Now we're not stopping for ice cream on the way home. Now, the liberals in the mainstream media would have you believe the Tea Party and the conservative... Well, good night.
So, let's have some of that roadhead I keep hearing about.
Did I make an impression, Ken?
You did all right.
I wanted so much to do the right thing.
I know.
But I felt so left out.
That could happen to anybody.
Ken, are they all like Fran?
Intellectuals, you mean?
No snobs.
Well, yeah.
You're imagining that, Winnie. You'll get used to them. It'll take time.
To get elevated to her level, is that what you mean? Ken, how can you sit there and be so superior? Don't I count?
Only
Of
to
course you
10.
do, Winnie. But you can't expect me to give up Fran and Pete. They're my kind of people. I'd hope that we'd be like them.
Well, I don't want to be like her.
But what's the matter with Fran and Pete?
Ken, I think you better take me home.
If that's what you want, sure. Why not?
Take me home tonight. I don't want to let you go till we say goodnight.
And as he opened the door, Ken saw, to his surprise, the bloody, gnarled hand of Rush Limbaugh.
Look, darling, hasn't this gone a little too far?
It certainly has.
But you can't expect me to be any different from what I am.
Don't you expect to change, even a little? After all, I've been giving up everything in the world for you.
I didn't ask
What if
you
I
to.
don't write that novel?
Ken, you don't seem to realize yourself how good you are. No wonder Peter
But
said
I've
what
never
he...
had anything published. You're being unfair.
Why? Because I want you to be famous?
So I can ride your
Ken, you
coattails,
don't
and you,
realize how
and your
exciting a
coattails.
writer's life can be. There's no greater thrill in the world.
How would you know you're not a writer?
Can't you be just a college professor's wife? Isn't that enough?
And play ghost to your Hamlet.
Well, he
no,
dies
I'm
at
not
the
going
end.
to sit at home with the four walls and count pennies or alter myself to suit your friend's taste.
Winnie, I love you.
And I love you, Ken. But I'm not going to let you change me.
You're not going to change me either. I've got to feel free to be myself even after we're married.
Well, that goes for me, too.
Slam!
Nathan, that was before door slamming technology. Okay.
He was in one of those moods again.
Yeah,
As
PMS.
late as
He was
usual.
manstrating.
But he was very popular and nobody minded, of course. He liked to hold his class outdoors when the weather was nice. He called it Folk Origins of American Poetry. But Lit 131 was more than that, really, much more.
So, all this
He had read
stuff
a
about
lot
your
and traveled
girlfriend,
widely
this is
and
going to
was
be on
a
the
brilliant
final?
lecturer.
Yeah, dude, this is like
But
the
he was
8th
too
Robert
easygoing.
Frost poem you've read
There was
today.
no discipline
We
at all.
know where the road
He
goes.
was so informal and so impersonal. I didn't think he could belong to anyone. He used to invite me up to his room once in a while.
Well,
Ah, alright.
I could never figure out his game.
he said it was chess. I just didn't get it.
He enjoyed things much more than he enjoyed making something of himself. He liked to talk about the folklore of the country people, the ballad singers and the musical instruments.
This one's the top of the heap. Look at the flame
He
on
took
that one.
pleasure in new
It's quite
values and
unbelievable.
ideas.
It's perfect.
And especially he
1959,
liked the feeling of the university wall around him.
I don't hear anything.
He never was called on to make any practical decisions. He could go on thinking and dreaming and doing as he pleased. He left early one morning. Later I heard he went on a field trip with Professor Gates. He was gone for days. He made sure it was way out where no one at all could reach him.
No one heard from Professor Gates again.
His words were few, but his looks, they will linger forever. The smile he shared Mom! 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 More tender than words could be. But I was nothing to him, though he was the world to me. Today and there in his garden strong, all
The rival record company, they found us.
Lady Mary so strange.
Oh, great. Yoko's here.
Who held in his heart no flame. I couldn't stand it any longer, Ken.
Who told you that I was here?
I had
The
to
microchipped
come back
you while
here.
you were
I wouldn't have
sleeping.
known a
Don't be
moment's
mad.
peace all my life.
But this is 100 miles from nowhere.
I kept thinking about you all the time. I couldn't sleep.
It wasn't easy for me either.
Ken, we've got a chance to be happy. Let's not throw it away.
Are you sure?
I don't want to be sure of anything, except that you love me. But I was nothing to him, though he was the world to me.
Hear that music, folks? That's called foreshadowing.
Today in his palace grand, on a flower-strewn bed, Ken, put your arms around me.
Okay.
Simon didn't say.
Oh, Ken, I want so to feel, I don't know, together again the way we were.
Let's count the lies here,
You're
children.
so lovely, Winnie.
For
That's
every
one.
woman in this world, Ken, there's only one man.
So enchanting.
2,
When you marry for love, Ken, you're always happy.
So seductive.
Are you going to
3,
be nice again, Ken?
You'll see now.
And you'll be an
4.
angel about everything.
Always.
5.
And we'll never disagree about anything at all.
Never.
You
Oh, that's
won't
a big
forget my
6.
birthday?
June 26th.
7.
And promise you won't take me for granted.
I promise.
And you'll never
8.
get fat and bald.
Never.
And we'll always
9.
be in love, even when we're old.
Always. Kiss.
And 10.
To what?
10 lies.
What to?
Ah.
You say.
To love.
Good looking, healthy, clever.
Not
Beautiful
qualities
bride.
attributed to this
She
woman.
thinks she's in love with Ken.
She's really in love with Barbie.
Intelligent, gifted, certainly old enough to get married, to know his own mind. He thinks he's in love with Winnie.
The poo.
He likes her
Don't
vivaciousness,
bother.
but he doesn't realize it can't be bottled up and controlled. She likes his air of distinction, but she wants him to accept her taste. He likes her simplicity, but he wants her to be sophisticated and understand his complexities at the same time. She likes his romantic moodiness, but she wants him to be a steady provider, too. He likes her maternal qualities, but is not prepared to give up his freedom to really enjoy them. He likes her efficient practicality, but he doesn't want to have his wings clipped, so he is down to earth along with her.
Metaphor. And a bad one at that.
She likes the idea of going to live with him in a new community, but she wants the
They're
people
watching
there to
the
be like
slowest
her own
tennis
neighbors.
match ever.
She likes almost everything she knows about him, but lots of what she knows is in her own imagination. He's willing to promise the world, but he is probably unable to give even himself.
I'm not gonna cry.
No,
What a
yeah.
lovely picture this bride and groom make. They might have found each other, but instead they've remained strangers. Each is a dream in the other's mind.
I guess so.
They don't want to accept each other as they really are.
Why do they
They would
invite the
rather
narrator?
change each
He's
other
kind of a
to
downer.
satisfy
Yeah, and
their own
he's
ambitions.
really poorly synced.
That's why they are doomed to fail.
And as we wish this charming couple doom and demise, we at a special level of hell would like to thank you for watching. My name is Nathan.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Brian.
Thanks.
And I helped.